Good morning there.
Morning.
I'm Shu Minbao. I'm the director of the China Data Center, and I'm glad that your library joined the China Data Online as more than 100 and other the libraries in the world. So here I would like to give an introduction to the China Data Online. Where the China Data Online is probably the most authoritative and comprehensive database for China statistics and census data. We include a several database, like the statistics database, census database. That I believe that's two databases you subscribe and this time, right?
Correct.
The statistics database include a monthly statistics, national statistics, province statistics, city statistics, county statistics, and industrial statistics, and also some yearbooks that we call the statistics data sheets. The census database and includes some population census from different years, and also economic census and some other census. So there's more than 3,000 census books in electronic version. So all these data sets are in both English and Chinese. The monthly statistics update basically is every 2 weeks. So some statistics in the first half of the month, some statistics released in the second half of the month. And the monthly statistics cover the 3 different levels: the national level, province level, and the city level. The city is the major city in China. So for national, province, cities, the index will be different. So basically, if we try to find the most updated the GDP of China, then the monthly.
Shuming, we have a question here.
Yes.
My question is, for the monthly statistics for the provincial level, I see you listed economic kind of data. Do you also have demographic data?
Okay. Could you repeat his question?
Okay, for province level, do you have demographic data for province level?
Yes, but not updated every month.
Okay. So, which frequency that you have for the province level?
So this is a list of all the index they updated every month, like some national accounts, like some GDP, industry output, transportation and communication, investment, trade, price index, tourist, baking, foreign investment, and then logistics and purchase. Then at the province level, they cover industrial output, investment, international trade, price index, employment and wage, and real estate. At city level, the data primarily from the household survey. So it's price index and people's livelihood. So that's the data updated every month. Then the yearly statistics and cover national and province statistics from 49. So that includes some population, employment, GDP, investment, price index, wage, finances, banking, and city survey, agriculture, industry, construction, transport, telecommunication, trade, education, health, and resource. So this is data has been adjusted by the National Bureau of Statistics. So data can be comparable and from 49. Most of the Chinese statistics actually start as the connect based on the current system after 1980s. But before 1980s, the unit follow the static system from Russia. But so now the data you see before 1980s are basically estimated. At the prefecture city statistics, there's about more than several hundreds of the variables, and start from 1996. So the National Bureau of Statistics start to release the city statistics from 1996. And in China, the city has different neighbors. Usually they have the called prefecture, and now they have most of the cities. So their city has a prefecture neighbor city, and under each prefecture neighbor city, there's a different county neighbor city and counties and district. So the prefecture city is similar to kind of metropolitan in the U.S. Then for the county neighbor city steps, and this cover and most of the city actually convert from change from the county. So the step system basically still kind of inherited from the rural counties. So that cover population, neighbor, employment, the land use, general survey, agriculture, investment, commercial, and investment, foreign investment, FDI, schools, and full-time teachers, and student enrollment, and economy. Okay. Then for county steps, that start from 1997. That's updated yearly. That cover land resource, population, labor and employment, general economy, government finance and banking, agriculture production, industry, foreign investment, education, Medicare, and social welfare. And another important steps is the monthly and yearly industrial steps. So this cover almost every industry. And there's now the 3 different databases. And first one is from 1999 to 2002, then 2003 to 2011. Now they start from 2012 because there's some change in the classification. By industry. So not all the data by different industry are comparable and between different years.
Okay, got it.
So this data covers on basic condition, assets, and debts, losses, and profits, and economic benefits indicators. And we also have the statistical maps, so have the province steps, prefecture city steps, and county neighbor city steps on the map. That's kind of very easy for the class for students. So they can get the tables and easy maps and see dynamics between the table, map, and the charts. The China statistical data sheet and cover and the data primarily from the stats yearbooks and the province stats yearbooks. So now we have the convert or the paper version into electronic version. We add the English into just Chinese database. So now the data sheet and also include some math data, include some citation information. So when people get each data sheet, they can add citation into their paper directly. So this is very comprehensive and start from 1980 to current.
How did you do that again, Xiuming? How did you put the citation?
Where the citation is like the year, where's the data source, and what's the table, the title of the table, and also have the unique link and to this table. So people they can get the unique link to this table.
Is that the one on top of the table? Is that above the table, that one?
Yeah, the top on the bottom on the right side is the regional table. So we have the citation. Usually people, it's for people not familiar with the structure of the database. They don't know how to cite the data source in their papers. So we add the data citation so the people they can just copy the citation in their paper.
Could you show us in the real system, please?
Okay.
Because in your presentation I can't see.
Right, I show later. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we are actually still working on this statistical data sheet, and so the program will be updated very soon. The Census database include the most comprehensive, the population census in 2000. So there's and also some other economic census, basically any census, agriculture census, industrial census, and general survey. So basically that come from the STANS yearbook. The most comprehensive STANS data is China's 2000 population STANS data. So this cover include all the province neighbor, the STANS data, and also have all the county neighbors. The county neighbors actually they have the data at township neighbors. This probably is the most comprehensive STANS data in Chinese history, and also maybe still be the most comprehensive in the future, because for 2010 and the National Bureau of Statistics, they were not released so detailed the STANS data as 2000. So this 2000 the STANS so far is the most comprehensive the data for the Chinese population the studies. And we also offer some other online data service, and we just recently released the China Map Library that include more than 8 million maps. So that's kind of very straightforward, and people then get the map and also get the data in Excel file. And also we offer the China GeoExplore that integrate all the data from different sources, from the population sense, from economic sense, from the statistics. All the data are comparable across the different years, across the different regions. So there are more than 6,500 variables. So that's the first time in Chinese history, probably also in the world history, that can have all the data can be integrated in one single system. Because for most of the data source, they come from probably different data source, different years, and the data so they're not comparable across the different years, across the different regions. So in this system, we integrate all the data in a comparable system. Now also we released the US GeoExplore. That's similar to the Chinese score, integrated some population data and business data, so with more than 45,000 variables. And all this data are comparable across the different years. And so you can find a dynamic change of the population structure, business structure, economic structure, social structure. And there's you can find many papers they are using our data in their papers. So if you search ChinaDataOnline.org in the Google Scholar, you can find several hundreds of the papers and the citations. So you can find all this cover and all the different kind of field, and from the social science to natural science. So this is our website, ChinaDataCenter.org. And the data service side is ChinaDataOnline.org.
Okay, Xiuming, we have a question.
Xiuming, when we go back to the Google Scholar page, can the metadata be available for us to use it on our own discovery service?
Okay, what's the question?
My question is, on the Google Scholar page, you said that the content can be found referring to the database. My question is, can we get the metadata to include it onto our own local library discovery service?
Okay, could you repeat that question?
Metadata. Can we get access to the metadata?
Because it seems your sound is near far from the speaker. So I can't.
Okay.
Okay, Xiuming, the question is like this. Just now you show us that this kind of data is discoverable through Google Scholar, right?
Right.
Am I right? Yeah, okay. Can we make those things also discoverable if we are using our own library search engine?
Yes, yeah. You mean if you go to the Google Scholar search, everyone can search that one. And
yeah, but I'm thinking, is it possible if we are doing it from our library search box, because library has our own?
Yeah, it's you can it's not where it's kind of open. The search
yes,
is
correct.
Yeah.
So how do we insert those kind of data into our OPAC?
How insert what data? You mean citation?
It's okay, Xiuming. I think we'll take it offline, the question.
Okay.
I think the smaller one is
All right.
somebody's report, not there.
So here is the ChinaDataOnline.org. You should be able, any scholar and student from your campus should be able to get a direct access.
Yes.
So here is the three primary database here. The first one is the China statistics data. This is very straightforward. So you can see the list of different databases here: the month data, national data, province data, city data, county data, industrial data, the Steps Online, Steps on Map, yearbooks database. So if you click the monthly statistics, you can find just go click any one national statistics, then you can find what kind of the index here. Click here, you can find the GDP, the different GDP. You can just snap one by one or just snap all group. Then you can snap the time and then go to submit. I can see this data, the different variables, different years, and this data now is updated to last quarter. So you can also get them switch to the Chinese, between the Chinese and English. Very easy. You can save this one, say, I would like to save this. You can copy to the clipboard or save as Excel file. So if you click save as, now you can open in the Excel file. Right. Now you can see you can open the Excel file. Right. So it's very straightforward. And here also for those index, you can find the online dictionary. There's online dictionary here you how to define the GDP.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good.
Know the background.
Okay.
You can find what's the definition here? How is it defined? Yeah.
Okay, good.
Then the national province is similar. So I can snap. You can use the simple format. Click here. Then it just gets the table directly.
Oh, okay.
You can also use.
You
You can also use advanced search, similar to the search tool I show you. So you can say, I want to snap the province. I snap depth. And then I snap time. Then I click submit. So they can get all the data for Beijing, for all the different provinces, for different years. So this is you don't need any particular training for this one.
And where can we find the citation, Xiuming?
A citation, not in this one. Yeah. Citation is in the Steps yearbook.
Oh, it's in the yearbook.
Right. Here, next time you go to any state book,
That means you have the yearbook.
go to the population.
It makes sense.
Click this one. Now you can see the category, source, description, citation. Where this citation is not completed yet. So we are working on the more comprehensive Steps database and that's the data sheet. That will include a more comprehensive, the more detailed citation information. Okay. So this is this one the data, Steps data, it's also very straightforward. So you can search the data by say, I would like to find the Beijing and from all the different years or the not book title, the tables. So you can find all the Beijing and different years. You can click any anyone then gets the tables. So it's
I think it's in English.
yeah, it's very straightforward. We have this map. This one, the map is very simple format. Allow the people to get access and not in just the Excel table, but also on the map. You can find, you can pick different variables. Next time, like get the GDP, different years. Oh, what is it? So you can see get different data of different years, and you can find the dynamic connection between any province to see what's their the prediction, and in compared to other city the province, and you can see the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and this is all the dynamic, and this is historical. You can see this one is a historical cruise. So there is it's a very kind of dynamic one. You can print this one. You can also have both the Chinese one, Chinese version, or English version. So you can always switch between the English and the Chinese. So this is kind of the simple, the showcase for the static data in map and table and chart.
Okay.
Very easy for students. The industrial statistics data have 3 different databases and different years. So you can go to industrial statistics and find any industry like the food production and the banked food, pick any industry. I can see find this data start from 990 and to current, right?
Very detailed.
Okay. So also it's you can go to the different type and
state or enterprise,
and at the different level by the province or time, different time. So you can go from and find the data. So it's very straightforward.
I think you want to know on China.
Very easy to use. Okay. Any question for statistics data?
Which is CNPI?
Okay. The sense data is similar to yearbook. So you can see the sense data. We have the population sense, economic sense, agricultural sense, industrial sense, and general survey. These censuses, we have the 87, 990, 995, 2000, 2005, and this data has for different province. So if you go to the different province, you can find this Anhui has for the sense data cover all the different counties. For each county, so you can click this county sense data book. Then all the book you can find for each county, and this will be Excel file. You can find actually the data cover all the townships. Now you can see for this township what's the household population and household different size. So it's very straightforward. So this one cover this maximum nationality. You can find for these counties and for each township, and how many different nationalities. And there's about 56 nationalities in China. Age group.
The ethnic groups.
So this data only available for 2000. Now for 2010, the Institute Stats hasn't released that kind of detailed data yet.
Okay.
So that's other sense is similar. and you can switch between the Chinese and English.
The latest census is for 2005, is it?
Right. 2005 is actually a survey between 2000 and 2010. They have kind of the 1% survey. Survey data provide it's kind of the what's going on between the census. So they don't have too detailed coverage as the census, but they have some basic cover some the most important the information. In between, yeah. You can also switch between the Chinese and English, yeah.
No.
Okay. Any questions?
No. No.
Okay.
Do they have 2010? Do you have the 2010 census? No.
What's the question?
Do you have the census 2010?
Oh, the census 2010, not in this one, not in this the electronic book, and because for the 2010, the China published some for each province. They are kind of not all the province. They publish the same tables. So some province maybe release some table. Some province maybe release some other table. Some province maybe release up to the prefecture city level.
I see.
Provinces maybe have the data come down
you
to
find it in
the
China
county level data.
rather than the census.
So we have been worked with for 2000 the census. The Chinese had a similar situation, but we have been worked with the National Bureau of Statistics directly get this electronic data directly from National Bureau of Statistics to rebuild actually the complete connection for the census data for at province level and county level for 2000 census. For 2010, and they are more kind of conservative, so we're not be able to get the same the data similar to the 2000. But we do got some the data at all the county level or country level and cover all the counties and the prefecture cities for the most of the tables, not all the tables. And so those tables, since those tables they are kind of different than the census yearbooks, not exactly the same. So we are integrated those data in the China GeoScore. Because those data are comparable, we make sure all the data, all the county, they have the covered, and so those data also they are available for all the China. We have this data, 2010 census data, in this is called China GeoScore. In the China GeoScore, we integrated the data with not only from the census data, but also from economic census data from different years, and those data are only available in our center from this system. Because the government never released so detailed data at the county level and for economic census. And so we have this data, so you can find from here next time you can select any province, and then you can find the population census data. So from here, then you can get the data for in a different format. So you can see for each province, I can make this larger. So you can see for each province what is the household population.
Not bad, you know.
Okay, so it's very much easier for users because the data now you don't have to go book by book. You can get this data very easily integrated, not only the population census data, but also the economic census data and from different years. So you can find the Chinese business structure, social structure, and the population structure. This cover not only the industry, but also like some education, hospitals, schools, and even churches, even the temple and the churches. And this data, also we have the data, make the data comparable between 2000 and 2010 census. Because the China administrative boundaries has many changes in administrative boundary, and especially in the county and cities. So we have make the data comparable between 2000 and 2010 census across counties. From here, you can snap data by different county, and once you snap, so you can snap data by the county, and see where's the region, Anhui County, the so if you snap this data by county, then you can get the data. So there are data comparable between 2000 and 2010. You can see what's the population in 2010 before 2010. And then you can get this data in HTML, PDF, Excel file, or Word file. So now you can see for the same county and what's the, so this data are comparable. Otherwise, from the data, you directly from the National Bureau of Statistics, they are not comparable because there are many changes there.
Okay.
So there's about more than 6,500 the variables, and also this includes more than 7 million the industries, the establishments. That's something if you can search any province establishments, so you can find for individual.
Difficult question.
I can switch to the you can switch between the English and Chinese.
Yeah, for 2010 census, because the 2010 census is no longer in book.
What's the title of this company, and who is the where is the contact person? What's the ownership, and when it started? What's the revenue and employment scale? And you can. This is very interesting. You can find when the new startup. So there is kind of the policy impact, economic impact. You can find the new startup accumulation from different years, right?
Number of.
And you can find go to the different industry, and you can go to finance.
Change it to Chinese.
You can go to the real estate. You can go to the hospital, education. So you can always find what's going on there. So you can always switch between the different the Chinese and language and English. So because when you translate from the Chinese into English, sometimes it's very hard to understand what that means, right?
I see. Okay.
Yeah. You can export this data to the Excel file. So you can see this data are in Excel file, and you can use that original data, and very comprehensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very comprehensive. Yes.
Yeah. We're not to have similar data for the Southern Asia and Southern East Asia. Yeah. But it seems it's very difficult to find those kind of comprehensive data for Southern Asia countries. Yeah.
Shu-Ming, for establishment, right? Can I do a search based on the establishment name, like the company's name?
Yes. If you go to search here, you can search them.
I see. Okay.
Also, you can use a simple search. That's advanced search is simple search by the zip code. Advanced search, you can search the name of the company, and also search say province by cities. So you can or use all different criteria to search. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I search say one here, maybe if I search the Chinese, sure. Okay. So they will find, this is kind of the retail bank. And
Okay.
so you can use both English and Chinese. I use Chinese and make sure they were, when they translate, they were exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
You can find for this, the business, this retail bank, where they are located at, and what's the contact information.
Okay.
You can find where they are exactly and located on the chart. You can also just click online on the map. They can find for this zip code and what kind of the business here. So you can see all the different kind of the government agency, the industry, stores, you know, here. And so you can find when you start up. That's interesting to find out for different industries. And also you can find for the different, the province, the different industries, and how the structure changed over the years. Like for the, for example, for the business, how this is the retail service, how the industrial structure changed over time. I can switch to the English. You may be still loading the data. So it's very comprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So if you have any question, you can send an email to us anytime.
Okay. Okay. Is there any other questions, guys? No? Okay. I have one or two questions, but I think that one should be through email. I will send you the email.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, sure. I will email you one or two